You can tell that this is the narrator's personal narrative. It's raw and passionate. I felt their acting, especially when they cried. There are many powerful scenes, like when they got hit with the bottle and walked back home, and when the two ropes tugged at their arms, to even the montage in the ending leading up to the symbolism that they're a bird in a cage. I think the narrative and cinematography are the strongest aspects in this film. The director chose to have a diverse range of colors, like when they spoke in the beginning and we see the orange over their eyes, swallowed over by the blue. There's a lot of yellow and blue shots. The lighting is dark and moody even when we're thrown into their fantasy worlds. There's a good use of illusion and metaphors, and just heavy symbolism in general. It's a hard topic to approach, especially the part with the rope, as in their thoughts of suicide, but the queer struggle is portrayed well.
It is really visually striking and engaging, and one part I really appreciated or liked is how the light on the body grows from just the eyes, noting that this vision to love oneself, along with the words, that's how it sort of starts, of this backstory of what life, one version of life could look like, and this transition to loving oneself. And then we see that light sort of like grow on the entire body. The whole body shimmers in light and warmth and gold. And for me, I thought that was like very well done, signifying this transition. And yeah, I thought the visuals for all of that were so beautiful. So I thought this piece felt really resilient to me, and I think as we move and progress through the film, we gain a lot of power. And I think when we land on that last shot of the empty cage, knowing that the bird has flown, and we know that our protagonist is going to live a life that's so true to themselves. It's really powerful.
And this imagery was, with the rope, the hanging rope with the water. It was all very artistic, but also very powerful, beautiful. I loved the lighting in this and the cinematography, especially in the beginning when we had the stripes on their face. I thought that was really cool. There's a lot of metaphor in this, of course, with the bird and the cage. And I loved seeing that in the beginning with the caged bird, and at the end, we see that bird has flown away and is free. Um, yeah, the music is also really great in this, really powerful. It helped bring everything even more to life for me. Um, that with the monologue was really, really powerful. And the actor was great in this. They just really brought the message to life, and you could feel the emotions on their face.
A strong sequence of opening scene with the poem and the bird in the cage. It communicates the feeling of being trapped. I like the voiceover with the action of the quick scenes that were well edited. I thought of the running, being in the water and sinking, the flashback of the physical violent attack and the wiping away of the makeup. All so emotional. I like how the character comes to terms with declaring self-love and perseverance to get through this life and feel freedom. And the ending with the empty bird cage was nicely done.
They really worked well at the center of the piece in terms of carrying the mixed media approach. The piece was sometimes a spoken word style piece, other times a short film kind of conceit. There was almost a theater construct with the seating in the on the chair as a central thematic construct. I thought the creative design was quite strong in terms of mixing the approach to lighting with the and music to the movements of the monologue and the emotional movements of the monologue as you move towards the most dramatic parts towards the end. I thought the piece had a great sense of momentum and a great sense of emotional energy that was carried, mainly because our lead subject was quite dynamic and reflecting a range, both in terms of physical aesthetic and style, but emotional expression, both reflecting pain and inspiration in a way that I thought was authentic, especially given the real world implications of the trauma and the difficulties in terms of identity and expression that are expressed.
Strong and powerful imagery. And I feel like that works in its favor so much because it really helps to amplify the narration of this piece. Everything goes so hand in hand. And like I said, it's very strong, but also very emotional imagery just to encapsulate just how much pain this person has to go through on a daily basis. And even though the pain is excruciating, they have to keep fighting. They have to wipe off the blood and get up to go another day. And there's no guarantee they're not going to get just as hurt the next day and have to repeat the process. But they keep fighting to tell themselves or to tell that child inside of them that the fight is worth it. And I think that's a very powerful message. The fight is worth it.
I love the poem about the bird. It's a great monologue as well, with amazing sound effects. The makeup and costume design are so appealing. It's a very powerful script, even though it's quite short. It's moving and profound. They have the best title and a great ending with this empty cage. It is just so powerful.